I'm unmuted us.
Okay. Try not to make slurping sounds with the water bottle.
I don't care. You're not going to bug me. Bat says your voice is so sweet.
Thank you, Batwad.
Absolutely. Except I don't think we're broadcasting yet, are we? Oh, we are? Well, cool. Welcome back, everybody. It's the last game of the day. It's game 5 here on Saturday. We got one more half. I am Johnny Pepper.
I am Mortal Wombat.
And we're going to be calling this second game. I thought we were going to have a whole bunch to discuss when we came back, but Johnny Pepper don't know how to work a computer. So I was looking at the penalties from the last game. And just so you know, there were 84 penalties in that game.
A vibrant spread of penalties in the last game.
I thought there were 84 penalties in this first half, and I was freaking out. I was telling everybody, and they were like, no, Johnny, you're wrong.
But from that,
But I hit the right button, and, yeah, we only had
it's tidy.
29 penalties in a half, which it's not an uncalled amount.
And we did have a good conversation about the importance of our ref crew and our appreciation for
Absolutely.
them.
You don't want to practice with a short ref crew and get used to that, and then come to a tournament, and then all of a sudden you're doing everything wrong.
Correct, which is most of our lives here.
Oh, we got about 5 seconds until we get back to the second half. And then we're going to have 30 more minutes of Derby for you.
And it looks like Boulder will be starting one down, and Chi-Chi is in the box, maybe. Sort of half sitting. And we're up, and we're down, and we're on the other bench. Ooh, some jammer and jammer violence. We've got Popper out for FOCO, and she will be taking the lead.
That's Nene wearing the star 4 of Boulder County.
Swift on Popper's heels.
Both jammers clear on the initial. Coming on the pack on a scoring pass. Looks like Nene's going to get through to steal some points as Popper calls it off.
So Popper tried to take on Abena, and that went as expected.
Referee's going to say no points on that jam. Nothing but good vibes.
Vibes are impeccable, Johnny.
We'll go for that. Shred Astaire's going to wear the star for Boulder County in the next jam, going up against Sid Vicious. But we don't have any referees out on the track because they're all over at the scoring table. So we are in an official timeout.
Huddled like a covey of penguins. Shall we hear from our sponsors?
Sure. This official timeout is brought to you by our good friends at the Table Public House. Your family-friendly place for community nourishment and grace. Table Public House is offering everybody associated with Besterns a 15% discount on all drinks. Show your tickets, new Besterns merch, or an event badge, and continue your roller derby weekend with 15% off drinks at Table Public House. Tell them Johnny Pepper sent you, and you'll still get only 15% off.
And they'll ask, who's Johnny Pepper? I'd like to meet him. He sounds distinguished.
He's pretty cool. Also, our good friends over at Rydell, Rude Chicks, Campfires and Coffee, and Skate Rats. That is sponsors of our MVP awards.
God, I love the wide variety of sponsors that roller derby brings in.
Do you think you can get that MVP list one more time?
I bet I can.
There are some people in the chat that are just real curious about who the MVPs were.
List?
I thought we were going ahead and somebody asked for the Jet Rocky MVPs. That is Plute 860.
Sure. Jet Rocky. Well, that...
Jet Boulder.
I was going to say, that would be because we're playing them tomorrow at 10 a.m. I would love to be able to forecast that.
Right.
All right.
Jet Boulder.
Jet Boulder. We had Afro Jamuri, the Iron Rabbit for Jet, and for Boulder, for Blocker, we had Shingona, and for Jammer, we had Nene.
There you go. See, you ask a question in the chat, Johnny Pepper's going to I try to get to it.
And I'm going to take a picture of this list so we don't have to keep asking Lung for it.
What a smart move you are. Dude,
No.
you'll be an announcer by the end of this game.
I have a little wood on the ball from time to time.
Absolutely. Sid Vicious wearing the star for FOCO going up against Shred, a stare for Boulder County. We are in jam number 2 of the second half. 103 to 53 with 29 minutes left to go in the contest.
Oh, and Shred is going to the room friends penalty box.
That's a power jam for Sid Vicious and FOCO.
Who is coming around the track with a big grin on her face.
FOCO, of course, wearing those blue jerseys. Boulder County in the black. In case you're wondering, I don't know why you'd be wondering in the second half, but I'll let you know when I can.
All right, looks like Boulder is trying to slow her down. We've got Angry Topaz, Primeval, and Soccer.
Yay, blocker love.
Up to no avail. There goes Sid Vicious.
Shred a stare out of the box and back into the fray. Boulder does lose their pivot to the penalty box.
Oh, almost
Big
clear.
hit by Breezy. Sid Vicious with 8 points in the pocket, putting 4 more up. That's a whole dozen.
Majestic and Breezy are not having it, though.
Shred still having a hard time with that FOCO defense.
Nice hit out by Angry Topaz.
That bracelet right there is just an awesome thing to it. And look, it turns into a 4-wall. That's a blocktopus.
It is indeed. Tentacles, mantle, and all.
All 8 legs on the floor. Breezy throwing shoulders around.
And Soccer Blue taking some run back action on Haterade.
That FOCO defense is just waterfalling, just
Beautifully.
awesome to watch. Giving like a defensive clinic out there. 15 points for FOCO on that jam, 118 to 53. Still got 27 minutes left to go in the contest.
Looks like we got Pixie queued up on the jam line, and we are starting on a power jam. Boulder is starting on one of our classic offense pushes. There we go. Beautifully done.
Pixie made quick work, grabbing lead jammer status, rolling across the pivot line. Sid Vicious standing in the box with 10 seconds left of the penalty.
Right into the arms of the FOCO line, and Pixie turns around and says, "Hey friends, give me a hand." Picking up another set of points. Ooh, Sid Vicious jockeying for some position. Nice hit by Pixie. Gotta love when the jammers go through the pack and all you can see is kicking heels.
Pixie picked the right path to get through that pack. Goes ahead and calls it off.
Beautiful work by Pixie on that one.
Looks like 8 points awarded to Boulder County, 0 for FOCO. 118 to 61 with 25 minutes left to go in the deal.
There's Spilly out there. My numbers twin, which caused some confusion at some point the last time we played together.
I like it when we got 2 people out there with the same number.
Man, we don't. Ooh, nice work by Primeval on the inside, but Spilly idles through. Raspberry Jam still working her way through.
That FOCO defense just holding Raspberry Jams at bay. Spilly Idol out there putting points up on the board.
Coming around with a big old smile.
Nice hit by there.
Majestic gets hurt on the Boulder Jammer. They're still trying to make her way through that FOCO wall. Nice work on both teams, keeping their jammers contained. Primeval is out of the box, coming to help her friends. Beautiful work by Kat, holding Spilly there.
Uh-oh. Spilly getting called for an infraction. That's going to be a power jam for Boulder County.
And that's going to be Kat. So she can put those long legs to use, power her way through that wall.
We're not going to hear 4 whistles after this star pass. We're going to go a whole 30 seconds before we hear another whistle. The whistle's to stop the jam, that is. There might be another penalty before the end.
Ooh.
Dang, announcer car's working. Breezy getting called for playing too good of a defense. Going to have to go have a 30-second recess in the Room for Friends penalty box.
Kat keeps pushing through, and perseverance pays off. There's the end of the jam.
That lasted a whole 2 minutes. It is going to be a power jam for Boulder when we start jam number 5.
Which for the folks at home, if you're unacquainted with just how long 2 minutes can be, we encourage you to try out for one of your local teams and find out.
Absolutely. Or do anything for 2 minutes and find out how tired you are at the end.
Nice work by Boulder. Getting Nene through. And she's going to pick up lead.
It's a power jam. That's Billy Idol setting in the penalty box. Room for Friends penalty box.
And here comes their pivot.
Spilly standing with 10 seconds left to go on the penalty. Spilly and Soccer Blue released about the same time. Soccer's going to have to be careful to not impact that player coming through.
Correct.
Until they get to the engagement zone. But look, FOCO's got a block-to-puss up at the front of the pack.
Ah, they both do. And
it disappears into a 3-wall. Nene gets through, picking up 4 points.
Watching for clarity from Schmidt on the bench. You're doing a good job holding Spilly back there.
Indeed. Nene takes the derby kiss to the outside and forced to recycle all the way to turn 1.5.
Got Abena and Fleur for left up for Boulder. And Jacqueline Hyde doing her thing at the front of the pack. And we have some jammer on jammer violence. Nice work, Nene. Breezy setting up that wall for FOCO. Abena saying no thank you.
Nene goes ahead and takes those 12 points, maybe adding 3 more. That's going to be 15 points for Nene in that jam. 129-80 with 21 minutes left to go in the contest.
Gotta love a jam like that. Really puts heart back into you.
We got a timeout called on the floor. This timeout is brought to you by our good friends over at Room for Friends penalty box. Located in the heart of Denver Art District on Santa Fe Drive, Room for Friends loves to bring folks together in a cozy atmosphere with great drinks and nibbles. A Rocky after party favorite. Check them out in person or online at roomforfriendswine.com.
Johnny, were you going to start laughing at nibbles again?
Yes, I was laughing at nibbles. I got nibbles on the brain. I need to nibble on something.
Well, fortunately, thanks to our sponsors and our bout production team, we've got lots and lots of food in the officials room.
Yes. And we got a food truck outside, too.
Tomorrow, I believe the Wandering Potato will be at.
Yes, we're going to have baked taters tomorrow.
Everybody loves a meal that's as big as your face.
Yes. They probably got good stuff inside those taters,
They
too.
do indeed. We do
What
well
do you
with
like
the
in
food
your baked
trucks.
potatoes?
Cheese, all the
Gotcha.
dairy, all the dairy and pork products. How about you?
I'm a butter, bacon, cheese guy.
Yep. Don't tart it up with chili.
I like a little pulled pork if it's done right.
This is fact.
I don't know what they're doing out there because we're in a timeout.
Well, they're jockeying for position a bit.
Yes, they look like they were playing roller derby.
I gotta tell you, those electronic whistles they have really throw a lot of us for a loop.
They're anxious to get it over with, I believe.
Boulder's had an exceptionally long day.
Yes. They just need 2 20-point jams and a 9-point jam to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Doable,
that can happen.
doable.
That can happen.
See, we have the esteemed Angry Topaz on the floor for Boulder. Breezy is up for FOCO, trying to read numbers from here.
Now we're underway. In DK Demolition wearing the star for FOCO, going up against Shred Astaire.
Beautiful work for Shred.
Boulder crowd's going wild.
Shred's really working those angles, just as the namesake suggests.
I think Shred overthought that.
Tiny bit. And here comes MDK, and we're calling it.
I think when Shred come up on that pack, if they'd have just went to the inside, they'd have been clear. Instead of trying to go around to the outside.
You should go show them.
That's where the blockers were. We can say things like that because we're on the stream. We're not out there playing.
We can. I don't have to get run over for another couple hours.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about, oh, where did that bruise come from?
Uh-huh.
129 to 84. Little under 20 minutes left to go in this derby bout.
Pixie Freeman up for Boulder with Emery Bordeaux for FOCO. Both pushing hard on those walls. We got Abena, Fleur, and Chi-Chi in the Boulder wall. Fireball up for FOCO. Mama Crass. Nice work, Emery.
Good job, good job. Emery out front and lead. Pixie clear on the initial.
Ooh, picking up more points, and Emery is calling it. Happy Bones is really killing it with his mustache, isn't he?
Absolutely.
That's some good stash game.
And an awesome smile if you ever had him smile at you.
Well, when he was asking us for things we couldn't provide earlier, he was smiling while we
Right?
looked blankly at him.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, seems nice.
Oh, 5 seconds called on the floor. Jam 8 coming up. We're going to have Popper wearing the star 4 FOCO going up against Raspberry
And
Jams.
Popper is already out. Raspberry Jams has got the hat off.
That FOCO defense is just locked down.
They are not messing around tonight.
Raspberry does get that star pass off.
I believe that is Primeval.
You are correct.
Yep.
Popper with 4 points in the pocket, looking to get a little more. Primeval just runs into the back of that blue wall.
Ooh.
And gets knocked to the outfield, forced to recycle all the way back to the pivot line.
Nice spin and makes up time for it. Ooh. To the room for friends goes Primeval.
Popper goes ahead and calls it off. That's enough of that silly nonsense.
I'm going back to my bench.
I'm going to go back to my bench and take a little breather. 8 points for FOCO on that jam. 3 points to Boulder County. 141 to 87. 17 and a half minutes left to go. How do you feel about it now? I think it's a pretty solid call for your first time.
I think so.
Absolutely. I remember my first call. It sucked.
What was so bad?
I didn't say a whole lot. I just let Scar Track handle it. But I did get to call a game with Scar Track last year, and it was a redemption call, and I felt a lot better about it. So.
Well, you've made this process very comfortable.
Well,
I appreciate it.
that, and I appreciate you being on the announcer team. Because I'd be talking derby by myself if you weren't here.
Well, when Tchaikovsky volunteers you for things, you just say yes.
Chai's so cool. I can't tell Chai no either. That's why I'm here.
We got Sid Vicious and Primeval. Yep. Ooh, nice sweep for Sid. Got Jacqueline Hyde up for FOCO.
We do have a star pass. That's Pixie wearing the star for Boulder County at the moment.
Ooh, nice work by Pixie.
Sid looks to the bench and got told to run. I think they were trying to clear the penalty box, and I believe that happens.
Might have been some jammer on jammer violence. Couldn't see. Lots of bodies.
We're going to start this next jam with all 80 wheels on the track.
You need to put us in a balcony. Those grumpy old Muppets.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh. 9 jams in. Jam number 10 coming up at the second half, 149 to 91.
Some nice offense work for Breezy on the inside, and it is successful. There goes Spilly Idol, picking up lead jammer.
Ricky Shenane wearing the star for Boulder County. Still kind of stymied by that wall of blue shirts at the front of the back.
Good hold on FOCO's jammer by the boulder wall, and now we're turning into one large cuddle puddle there at the top of the turn. Nene's got the hat off, and Spilly comes out the front.
That defense is locked down over there at
Nice
the
work
apex,
on both their parts, yeah.
and they're just not letting anybody pass. We got a couple of penalties, so somebody's going to get through on that.
Nene's still working that. Oh,
Spilly Idol with an apex jump does get through. 8 points in the pocket, looking to get some more. Clock ticking down, 14:30 left to go in this game.
some nice offense by Breezy.
Breezy's played some awesome defense today.
She has. And Spilly calls the jam.
FOCO picking up 8 points in that jam, 157 to 91 with 14-14 left to go in the contest. I want to talk about Campfires and Coffee just for a second. Sponsor of our jam line, an LGBTQ-owned small business in the San Francisco Bay Area, specializing in stickers, pin, art prints, and apparel. Check them out online at campfiresandcoffee.com.
Shred a stare up for Boulder County and MDK for FOCO. Up, and there she goes. Nice work, FOCO.
Very nice work.
Boulder's cheering section absolutely not giving up the ghost. Nice little hop by MDK Demolition, picking up more points.
Boulder with 2 players in the Room for Friends penalty box. Nice move by MDK going to the inside there.
Knows when to take her offense.
8 points in the pocket, looking to get some more.
Oh, and Widow takes out Shred a Stare. There goes MDK picking up more. Chi-Chi fighting valiantly to get her jammer through. And Shred really working those edges.
Got to give it up for Boulder, though. Playing 3 games in one day, that's a monumental task.
No kidding.
Nice hit right there by Widow.
Widow and Chi-Chi having some intimate moments there.
Widow, Jacqueline Hyde, and Fireball doing that defensive work for FOCO on this jam. As 4 whistles rain down and bring that jam to a close.
You gotta give Shred credit. She never ever stops.
Where'd you get that at? 16 points for FOCO in that jam. 175 to 94. We still got a little under 12 minutes left to go.
Looks like we've got Emery for FOCO and Soccer up for Boulder.
You are correct. but we got an official timeout as well.
I tell you, nothing kills the mood like that whistle.
Yes. Let's go. Let's not go. Let's go. Let's not go.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
I want to talk about Rocky Mountain merch again. If you need some merch, go to Bonfire. Check it out. And everybody likes bonfires when it gets this chilly.
Mm-hmm. And those Rocky Mountain shirts, every single one of those cats was drawn by individual skaters at our retreat in January.
Oh, wow.
Those are all hand-drawn contributions by the league.
We got a cat rescue right across the street.
We do indeed.
That's where we take kids if we find them.
It's okay. They got a big fenced-in area there.
If you leave your kids unattended, we're going to give them a kitty and send them home.
Mm-hmm. Kitty and espresso. I believe we also had some coffee donations.
Absolutely.
That, we got stock. Let's see. Who do we have up for FOCO? For blockers, I can see Widow and
Fireball.
Breezy and Fireball. And
For Boulder.
for Boulder, we've got Angry Topaz. And looks like Primeval. Well, if everyone would get the heck out of the way, I could tell you more clearly.
I think you're doing a fine job. Especially just pulling it out by sight, too.
Well, you get to know people when they run into your sternum
totally
all the time.
understand that.
Friend-shaped dents.
Absolutely.
Okay, looks like we're kicking off.
Emery Bordeaux wearing the star for FOCO going up against Soccer Blue.
Ooh, and Soccer takes the lead. Nice work. Emery's still stuck in the back of that pack. Good work by Pixie running her back. Emery takes the star off. Still stuck in a nice chunky wall. Looks like Angry Topaz is going to go up and play defense. Offense. That other thing.
That was a big, giant defensive amoeba there for a second until it got spread out.
And Breezy gives Soccer one more parting shot.
Soccer does put 4 points in the pocket and skates around one more time. Emery with a star stash does make it through. Breezy leading that defense for FOCO at the front of the pack. And Soccer had enough of that.
Uh-huh. And we got someone real. Oop. Emery almost making an Emery hole in the wall. An Emery board, if you will.
An Emery board. Classic. Popper going to jam once again for FOCO going up against
Raspberry Jams.
That is Raspberry. And we're underway with jam number 13 of the second half with 10 minutes left to go in the game.
Raspberry Jams stuck on Fireball. Gets around Dead Zeppelin.
Dead Zeppelin MVP of the game earlier today. Popper with points in the pocket, looking to get some more.
Jacqueline Hyde holding that 3-wall steady. Popper and Cat. There goes Boulder back to help their jammer. Nice hit by Angry Topaz.
Very, very nice. Popper calls it off, picking up 8 points in the process, 10 points in the process, 185 to 101. 8:44 left to go in the game.
Looks like we're going to have Sid and Nene facing off once again.
Shred wearing the star for Boulder.
Breezy sitting in Clickbait's lap.
No, that's Nene. I should have looked for those pigtails.
So I think it's the pigtails that's throwing me off. Sid Vicious caught up in the Boulder wall. Widow tries to run back and is taken no notice of.
There's that amoeba again.
All arms and legs.
FOCO with a 4-wall in the back of the pack. That's a blocktopus.
Nice
But
work
Nene
by
gets
Nene.
through.
Nene calls it.
And calls it. I think maybe you should get some points for that. If you work hard enough to get through, you ought to get a couple points.
Or take away one of the other team's points.
You know? Here we are rewriting rules. Just kidding.
We have the benefit of being behind a table.
Absolutely.
Had some hugs happening from Shred and Spilly. Abena playing some nice offense.
Clock ticking under 7 minutes left to go. Spiliotto trying to get through that wall of black at the back of the pack.
Cat, Abena, and Feral Cat making a beautiful 3-wall for Boulder in the back. And I could tell you what FOCO was doing if I could see it.
They're at turn 1.5, getting static.
See a lot of flying limbs.
Holding Shred a stare at bay. That's what they're doing.
Trying to, anyway. Jacqueline Hyde with a run back.
Spilly emerging.
With a big grin. Ooh, but close on her heels. Think Spilly knows she's there? Yep, calling it.
I don't think Spilly knows, but it called it off anyway.
Shred can kind of fly under the radar there.
Yes. I think Shred touched her hips and she's like, oh my
Ooh,
God,
dear.
I'm glad I called it off. That's why they were telling me that. Okay, 15 jams down in the second half. We're going into jam 16. Clock,
Soccer.
5:45 left to go.
Soccer and MDK.
We've seen both of these jammers before. Look at that.
Big push on Soccer's part. Earning her lead jammer while FOCO is still fighting it out. We have a star pass. There goes Breezy.
Yeah, they're not going to let Breezy catch the pack. That's going to get called before that happens. No points awarded on that jam. Nothing but good vibes. 185 to 103. Clock ticking under 5 minutes left to go. I do want to shout out to all the volunteers that help us put on this tournament. Thank you so much. If you had anything to do with making Besterns 24 happen, thank you so much.
We are ludicrously grateful.
Absolutely.
Because this is a lot of work. Emery getting held by Chi-Chi Cat and Fleur. Abena putting the hurt on people up in front, the FOCO line. Looks like Jacqueline Hyde's doing her best to make a bad day for someone too.
Boulder Bridges out there. Pat gets a little bit spread out.
Abena holding that bridge.
Emery pushing that wall of black into the front wall of blue. Black and blue. I see it.
Still holding
That pack's
Emery.
getting spread out.
Oh, nice.
Raspberry Jams gets through, but so does Emery.
And they're going to call it. Good, smart derby.
Yeah. That's like 3 scoreless jams in a row.
which is kind of a victory in of itself.
Yes, it is. That's a lot of defensive work going into that. Still 185 to 103 with 3 minutes left to go. Thank you for calling with me, Morty. I've had a good time with this.
I've been delighted to make your acquaintance, Johnny.
I'm glad I got to get you through this first game.
Me too.
Hope we get to call again tomorrow.
You're going to be my spirit guide.
Popper wearing the star 4 FOCO going up against Nene. You know, that's my daughter's name.
Nene?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her name's Renee, but we call her Nene.
Nene.
She's the mother of my granddaughter.
I've seen pictures. Johnny's got cute grandkids.
It's beautiful. Popper clear on the initial.
We have a star pass. Nene
That's-
to Pixie.
Pixie's going to put on the, well, Pixie's going to try to put on the store, but 4 whistles rain down and bring that jam over with.
And put on the brakes instead.
Absolutely. Speaking of babies, I want to give a shout out to Baby Narco. My friend Bobby Narco's announcer out of Gotham. Had a baby last Sunday. The baby Narco. His name is Drew.
Congratulations.
Baby and mom are doing great from what I hear. So,
Build
Mazel
that
tov.
derby community.
Mazel tov, brother.
Sid Vicious elegantly trampling her way through the pack.
Shred Astaire wearing the star for Boulder County.
Sid says, yes, we're ahead in points, but I'm going to keep pushing.
I'm going to push on this wall until I get through.
We got Mama Crass in the FOCO wall, along with Fireball.
Fireball's had a good game.
Indeed.
That Boulder crowd still getting really loud.
Uh-huh. Going to carry him through with Will alone. Sid Vicious picking up lead.
Big hit.
Jacqueline Hyde. I do love a literary reference in a name. Oh, and Shred is out and back in. And Kat's going to try and hold her and gets her to step out. Nice work. Shred is still trying to pass that panty. Chi-Chi giving some O. And Dead Zeppelin just trying to keep Kat the pivot off of her.
Sid Vicious sent to the room for friends penalty box.
Feral Cat trying to signal some offense to her jammer.
This is going to be the last jam of the game because time's going to expire before the jam ends.
And all we'll have left is a beautiful memory, Johnny.
Absolutely. I had a blast calling with you, Morty.
I had a great time with you, too. Let Chai volunteer me for things more often.
Right?
She's got good taste.
Oh, I want to call with Pepper. Oh, that's your unofficial final, 197 to 103. I am Johnny Pepper.
I am Mortal Wombat.
And we're wishing you peace, love, and roller derby. Your first games you've called?
This is my first game.
Far out. Well, I hope you have a good time. I'm going to try to make it as painless as possible.
Well, the vibes are already pretty good, Johnny.
How about you tell us who's skating for Boulder?
For Boulder in black today, we have Cat Claus, Ricochet Nene, Soccer Blue, Penelope Bruise, Count Smacula, Primeval, Angry Topaz, Pixie Freeman, Raspberry Jams, Chingona, Clickbait, Fleur de Beast, Shred Astaire, Feral Cat, and Abina.
And for FOCO roller derby, it's going to be Sid Vicious, MDK Demolition, Puffer, Dead Zeppelin, Mama Crass, Haterade, Machistic, Widow, Spilly Idol, Peter Panic, Bowser, Breezy, Jacqueline Hyde, and Fireball. And because I love officials so much, I want to give some official love. We're going to go with Stack Trace, Montana Mauler, Loud Llama, Just Eric, Chunk Norris, Darth Vader, Rockin' Buddha, Hyperlinks, Zookeeper,
Oh Yoshi Dint, Panic at the Lolo, Happy Bones, Scary Becheezus, Johnny Demonic, Thomas the Dank Engine, Extra Crisp, and T Rebel.
All right, and to get here, I told you Boulder played 3 games today. This is only their second. They played 2 games, and this is their third. They played Rocky Mountain at 10 o'clock this morning. They scored 108 points, but Rocky Mountain scored 174.
They did.
Boulder played Jet and ran into a chainsaw. They only scored 86 points, and Jet had a 301.
The man did Boulder put their back into it on that
Yes,
game.
they did. And so Boulder's out here for the third game today, looking to get a victory today this late in the day.
And hopefully going home to a warm dinner and a cold bath.
Absolutely. Well, we got about 27 seconds left of banner, and we got through our first intro. How do you feel so far?
I am really enjoying the company, and the view is pretty good, too. I see a lot of friends out on the floor right now.
Well, jam number 1 is going to feature Soccer Blue for Boulder County and 1870, which is Puffer.
And it looks like we've got Chingona, Fleur, Abina, and Cat on the line for Boulder. Can't quite see who we've got for FOCO. They're up front.
Look at you giving all them blockers love. I see how it is. You're a blocker yourself.
I am indeed.
Right? And I love giving blockers love. Everybody knows who the jammers are. And it says on their overlay if they're really paying attention. But just like that, Popper's out front and grabs lead jammer status. Soccer Blue not that far behind. And that pack is really super fast. And just as I say that, they slow down on the back straightaway. Popper comes in hot and calls it. Jam number 1's in the book. See, you're an announcer now.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to do stats.
Not even going to do it?
No. It's hard to talk and do stats at the same time.
I also have.
I've got a couple friends that do it, and my hat's off to them.
They got skills like that?
Yes, they do. Who do we have on the line now?
On the line now, let's see. We have Shred Astaire for Boulder County and Sid Vicious for FOCO.
See, always use your tools.
Oh, see, I was going to name all those blockers again. I thought that's what you were asking me.
And you can. But meanwhile, Sid Vicious jumped out front and grabbed lead jammer status.
And we have a star pass.
Who is that?
That is Penelope Bruise.
It is. First star pass of the game.
Look, we got some strong walls from FOCO up front. Oop.
FOCO does have some strong walls.
And P is out. And FOCO calls off the jam.
Boulder County picking up 4 points on that jam. FOCO picking up 6. It's 6-4.
Oop, and we've got 1 in the box for Boulder County.
That's the room for friends penalty box.
That is the room for friends penalty box. Or as my father calls it, the seat of honor.
Absolutely. You only get to sit in there 6 times. See, sometimes they'll freak you out and they don't even have it.
I know. Look,
that's why you got to pay attention.
Spilly Idol is out for FOCO, and here comes Nene.
Nene about a half a track behind.
Oop, Abina putting the hurt on the FOCO jammer. as she does. She's out there with Kat and Chi-Chi.
Nene gets through, picking up 4 points in the process.
Oh, and there goes FOCO's calling it off.
Want to give some love to Nene and their stream team. The best in the whole wide world, I believe.
Oh, that's true.
Absolutely.
Nene and her geniuses are running all the streaming for us this weekend, aren't they?
They are indeed. So if you got some extra bucks, just go ahead and give it to us.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And if you've got some extra time, we can always use volunteers
Absolutely.
for literally anything.
And shout out to all the volunteers making this Besterns one of the best tournaments in the world.
Uh-huh. Right. We got Pixie Freeman up for Boulder County and MDK Demolition for FOCO, and Pixie is out.
Pixie made short work of getting through that pack on the initial. MDK Demolition, the jammer, record for FOCO. Still trying to get through that wall of back in the back of the pack.
Open, we're running Pixie back. She's saying, no thank you, I am cutting in. All right, we have a star pass for FOCO. Majestic's coming up to the back of the pack, and they're calling it.
That's usually what happens when a star pass happens. I got a theory about that.
I'm vaguely familiar with that scenario myself, from a theoretical standpoint, of course.
Absolutely. Well, we're 4 jams in, and it's 10-8. FOCO barely holding on to that 2-point lead right now.
And here comes Talk Schmidt going back to her bench with her saucy cowboy hat on.
It is Besterns.
It is. I'm thinking we should make Stetson's mandatory dress code for entrance next year.
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I am from Texas.
Oh, so you have a stockpile. Got raspberry jams for Boulder County and Emery Bordeaux for FOCO. That's a mouthful. Emery Bordeaux for FOCO.
Absolutely it is. And I'm scratched on this. I don't know why.
Huh.
Maybe that's why it's circled too.
Maybe so.
But Emily is out there on the track, no matter what it says on my score sheet.
Up. And she is out.
Emery coming around on a scoring pass. The pack gets static on the back straightaway.
Oh, and she's out again, picking up more points.
4 points in the pocket, looking to get some more.
And Kat has taken that star for Boulder County.
But took a derby kiss from Jacqueline Hyde. See, I talk about blockers too.
Good man, Johnny. Oh, here comes Kat, putting her considerable stems into use, pushing against that FOCO wall. She's got some offense from Raspberry Jams. And FOCO calls off the jam.
Got to talk about Abina and Chaganga. We're in the back of the pack. They're just wrecking shop for Boulder right now. 7 points for FOCO on that jam. It's 17-12 with 24 minutes left to go in this first half.
You gotta love when all the local teams get together.
I really like coming here.
Yeah, it's a good version of Shove Thy Neighbor.
Soccer Blue wearing the star for Boulder, going up against Popper.
And we have Primeval and Topaz in the Boulder wall.
Popper hits the middle of the pack and then goes around the outside, grabs lead jammer status.
Soccer is close on her heels, though.
It's a jammer race back to the pack.
Can we get it together, Walls? Ooh, nice pickup for FOCO's jammer.
Yes. But that's going to be a 4-4 wash, 21-16, 23 minutes left to go in the first half. Sid Vicious going to don that star for FOCO. Going up against Shred Astaire. Crowd getting a little wild out there. That's good to see
I love
this
that
late in the day.
Boulder support team.
Absolutely.
And there goes Shred.
They're both dancing around that pack trying to get through.
Just as the name would suggest.
Sid Vicious out front, but Shred Astaire maybe a quarter track behind. In a jammer race back to the pack. Everybody tries to lock down the defense.
Oh, I'm calling it off.
Smart derby right there.
Sometimes no points is best points.
Absolutely. Looks like 1 point was awarded to FOCO, 22-16, with 22 minutes left to go in the first half.
Looks like we've got Spilly Idol up for FOCO.
Lots of love on the chat for volunteers. Yes, we do love you volunteers.
They are our bread and butter, backbone, whatever you wish to say. They are
And if you're
vital
watching Roller Derby
commodities.
and you want to volunteer, we got a place for you.
Many places.
Absolutely. Spilly Idol, the jammer record for FOCO. Ricochet Nene wearing the star for Boulder County.
Nene taking it off.
It
Still
might be just a secret stash.
an illusion. Oop, running Nene back again. Good work from the FOCO wall.
Spilly with 4 points in the pocket, looking to get some more. Jam number 8 underway.
Oh, and we're redonning the star, but not before the jam ends.
Star Stash comes out, puts on the helmet, and 4 whistles rain down to bring that jam to a close. 8 points for FOCO. They're opening up that lead 30-16 with 20 minutes left to go in the first half. I do want to give a shout out to everybody watching on the Twitch stream. Thank you so much. If you got the ability, it sure would be nice if you like and subscribe and throw us a few buckies. What's happening out there now?
Well, it looks like we've got Pixie up for Boulder County and MDK Demolition, who is fighting her way through the Boulder pack. Looks like Abana's putting some hurt on her.
That pack got really spread out.
Yes, it did. And here comes Pixie around the turn, going to pick up some points. She is lead.
Exactly what Boulder needs to go chip away at that FOCO lead.
And it looks like Pixie's meeting some resistance at the front of the pack, but is going to break it through. Gotta love that dainty toe stop work.
Absolutely.
And
And talking to the bench as they go by.
giving you the what do you want hands to the bench.
Absolutely. Love that communication.
Oh, we have a cut.
We got a track cut. That's a power jam for Boulder.
And Pixie's going to try and make the most of it. FOCO's running her back, though. Oh! Good hit by Chi-Chi.
I think I'd go ahead and call it right now and freeze that jammer in the box and have a power start.
I think you might be right. I wonder.
Take those 4 points, call it, but
Nope, Schmidt's
looks
telling
like
her to
Pixie's
keep
gonna
going.
run.
Yep. Her view is now slightly obscured by one of our beautiful zebras, and here comes Pixie around the turn again.
MDK standing and just got released from the box and joins the fray.
Vanna's working some big O at the front. Oh, nice work by MDK pushing through that pack. Some quick footwork on her part. And they're calling it. With some tasteful celebration on FOCO's side.
Absolutely, that was a great jam for Boulder County. 11 points in that one, 30-27. They brought the differential into within 3 with 18 minutes left to go in this first half. And it looks like FOCO's going to call a timeout. And this timeout is brought to you by our good friends over at Campfires and Coffee, sponsors of the Jam Line, and an LGBTQ-owned small business in the San Francisco Bay Area, specializing in stickers, pins, art prints, and apparel. Check them out online at campfiresandcoffee.com. Also by our good friends over at Room for Friends Penalty Box, proud sponsor of the Penalty Box, located in the heart of Denver, in the Art District on Santa Fe Drive. Room for Friends loves to bring folks together in a cozy atmosphere with great drinks and nibbles. A Rocky After Party favorite. Check them out in person or online at roomforfriendswine.com.
I am fond of a good nibble, Johnny.
Absolutely. I love nibbling. I want to give a shout out to my granddaughter. She's not listening now. She's at the Texas Renaissance Festival watching the fireworks.
Wow.
She's 7 months old, and she's so cute.
She's going to have a good core memory out of that one.
No, she won't remember that at all. But, you know, she's probably the cutest little fairy out there today.
We have a couple of those running around. Despite the fact that we love to hit our friends and wear booty shorts, Derby is, after all, a family-friendly event.
Absolutely. Back to the action on the track. What's going on out there?
We have raspberry jams for Boulder County and Emery Bordeaux for FOCO. It looks like, whoop, Emery's going to squeak through there. Nice bit of footwork on the outside. Jams is still trying to find her feet. FOCO's doing some fierce blocking back there.
That FOCO defense is just super stingy right now.
But it looks like we have a successful pass to their pivot.
That's Penelope Bruce now
Yeah,
wearing the
it
star for
is.
Boulder. And star pass 4 whistles.
Exactly as we predicted.
FOCO picking up 4 points on that jam, 34-27 with 17 minutes left to go in the first half.
I love the array of Snuggies that our NSO staff is
There's
wearing in the
a lot of
center.
cool Snuggies here today. It was actually kind of chilly this morning.
It was.
It's getting chilly again.
Yes, you gotta love autumn in Colorado. It's as variable as our residents' politics.
Popper wearing the star for FOCO going up against Soccer Blue in this jam number 11 of the first half.
Ooh, nice move by Popper. She just ducked her way through that pack. Soccer's got the star off, and she is still pushing like crazy to get through. Oh, and Abena says no to Popper. We got Cat and Fleur on the line.
Look, we got a 4-wall up front. I call that a blocktopus.
Oh, do we see what happened here?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We have a FOCO jammer in the box.
Ah.
That's one of those things we love to see, but we're not sure if Soccer does.
Soccer Blue in a power jam. It's exactly what Boulder County needed.
Strong, pushy human. Ooh.
That FOCO defense likes to lock down at the front of the pack, though.
Oh, and they're sending
Soccer
Cat to the
Blue
box.
does get through. Picking up 4 points in the process. Bringing that differential in between 3. Not in between, 2-3.
Announcers, Johnny, not mathematicians.
Yes, I know. There's only 3 points between these two teams.
Oh, and there goes the FOCO jammer.
Yeah, well, it was there for a second, and then it was gone.
A beautiful dream. Oh, looks like
I
Soccer's
see
back
4
in
arms
action.
calling. I don't know how many, but looks like at least one.
Man, they kind of got a turnstile thing happening over in the penalty box right now.
Well, there's only 2 blockers sitting over there in the room for friends, so we got room for more friends.
Ooh,
So
nice.
it's a 3-3 pack advantage right now to no one.
And Popper gets through again. And a bunch of tired friends get a return to their benches.
Boulder County's going to steal 1 there at the end, so it looks like it's going to be a 9-8. We'll see what they added or not.
Okay.
FOCO does pick up 8 points on that jam, bringing their total up to 42. Boulder with 8 on the board, making 35, and they just added another one. It's 12 points for FOCO. 46-35, going into jam 12 with 14 minutes left to go in the half.
And we have some uncertainty on the jam line.
Shred Astaire wearing the star for Boulder County going up against Sid Vicious.
He is pushing against that boulder wall. And Shred is still fighting their way through the pack. Here comes some help in the form of 91. But I can tell you from experience, you do not want those derby kisses from.
That pack did get spread out, and Boulder couldn't make a bridge fast enough to hold. So Sid does get out and declared lead.
And we have our lead jammer Sid Vicious coming around the corner.
FOCO's going to lose another blocker to the room for friends penalty box.
Ooh, and a lovely step across the line there by Sid.
Just like that, FOCO puts 8 points on the board, bringing their total up to 54. We got a timeout on the floor. This timeout is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Merch. If you need some merch and you're not here in the building, just go to Bonfire. Search Rocky Mountain Roller Derby. There's lots of stuff on there that you can get. Hats, pins, what else they have?
You know what? Harper just told me today that we are starting up some extra merchandise, but then I had to run away and play a game, so I couldn't get specific
Go to
details.
Bonfire and check it out and spend all your money. We'd appreciate it. So would Rocky Mountain Roller Derby.
Get yourself a Rocky Mountain shirt, or my personal favorite that I'm wearing today, drawn by one of our skaters.
The Pride shirts.
The Pride shirts.
Because we got pride.
We got pride.
Absolutely.
And check out any of our other cool vendors if you are in the Dome with us here today.
I wonder if we can get somebody to reach the MVP sheet. I know everybody in the Twitch is asking who is the MVPs for the last game.
Let me see if I can get a hold of Long.
You can ask.
Hey, Long. Long is lost.
Ricochet wearing the star for Boulder County. Spilly Idol, the jammer record for FOCO. I'm trying, really am, y'all, trying to get
you that information.
And we'll get that for you
presently.
just as soon as we can.
As soon as we have a second.
But we're in Jam 13, and Ricochet is the lead for Boulder County.
Oh, look.
Spilly Idol not that far behind. Tell us who the MVPs of the last game were.
Let's see. For that Bellingham versus Rocky Mountain game, for MVP blocker, we have Brink 4. For MVP jammer, we had Go-Go Gadget. For Rocky Mountain, for MVP blocker, we had Blazin, and MVP jammer was Peach Clobber.
Spilly Idol comes through that pack with 4 points in the pocket. Ricochet grabbing 4 as well, but
pushing on the outside.
Tries to call it off.
Gotta love those.
Can't
big
call it
spoons.
off when you're got called for a penalty and you're going to the box. But that's not going to be very long because Spilly just went to the box. Oh, no, they didn't.
And
Spilly's out on the track.
Billy and Primeval just had a big floor hug
So
there.
Nene's going to be in the room for friend penalty box for at least 30 seconds. And we got 37 seconds left in this jam. Spilly Idol going to get as many points as they can in this last waning seconds of the jam, which is jam 13 of the first half. And just like that, we got all 80 wheels inside the lines. Nobody in the room for friends penalty box. We got room for friends.
Nene getting some help on the outside from Kat, and too much help. Kat is going to the box.
That whole pack is over there at turn 1.5, and they're just like being there, I guess. There might be a warm breeze going through there. Who knows?
Which is interesting because a month ago, a warm breeze through here was the last thing you
Yes, that might be where the AC was during the summer. Anyway, that jam gets called. 7 points to FOCO, 6 points to Boulder County, 61-42, with 11:11 left to go in the first half.
AC in the Dome, Johnny. You're funny.
I think we're going to have an official review. Yes, we are.
Okay.
This official review is brought to you by Oh, turn it over, Johnny. I want to say a lot of good things in life for free, but not this stream. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Throw a couple bucks our way to avoid ads this weekend, and so we can do it again next year. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free by linking your Twitch account to your Amazon settings. Become a Bestern bestie. Like and subscribe to Rocky's Twitch channel for this month. It's $4.99, and you get 8 amazing games without ads. It's a deal. That's like 50 cents a game.
Well, and without ads anymore is just unheard of.
Yeah. Just link it to your account. Or make, hopefully somebody will sub you one.
Uh-huh.
That's always a chance. Because those ads come up at the wrong time when you're watching roller derby.
Well, and they're always, have everything to do with your pertinent interests.
Also want to say hi to our good friends over at Lamar Donuts. Since 1933, Lamar has been crafting mouth-watering donuts that have stood the test of time. If you're craving a classic or something new, Lamar's has the perfect treat for you. Thanks, Lamar's, for keeping this tournament extra sweet. And I had a couple of those this morning.
I was going to say, did you see how many
Those
boxes they gave us?
Oh, my God, they were so great.
Blueberry ones.
Yes. They were yummy. Thank you, Lamar.
And, of course, for our folks who are listening in, feel free to vote on cake donuts versus yeast donuts. There is a right answer to this. Make sure you answer correctly.
And I'm not going to tell you what side I'm on. Also our good friends over at Next Level Burger. They're all about making sustainable, delicious food that's good for the planet and for you. Whether you're vegan, flexitarian, or just a fan of tasty burgers, they got something amazing for you. If you're in the Dome, grab one of their cards for a free shake. Thanks, Next Level Burger, for making our planet and this tournament the best ever.
Because boy, do we need the protein.
Absolutely. I had one of those hot chicken sandwiches today. It was really, really yummy.
Was it from the vendor this morning?
Yes.
I had their lamb gyro.
Oh, wow.
I was not disappointed.
Cool. Treble's going to let us know what's going on.
They wanted a illegal contact to blue 555 jammer on the they're looking for illegal contact penalty to
Boulder was asking for a...
but there was no information that warranted an illegal contact penalty. So no call stands, do not retain.
Did you get all that?
I got no call stands.
Absolutely. Boulder was asking for
Illegal contact.
an illegal contact against one of their players. The referees got together, talk about it. They didn't
not
see
have
it, so the no
information.
call stands. And they're going to lose their dot. I haven't seen a successful official review all weekend yet.
But boy, we've been practicing them a lot lately. Gotta practice.
I love
to get
it when I
right.
see that flashing dot become a plus sign. That just really makes me happy. Hopefully we'll get one of those.
All right, we've got Pixie on the line for Builder and MDK Demolition for FOCO. And MDK is coming around, and Pixie's headed to the room for friends.
That's a power jam for NBK. FOCO putting 4 points in the pocket, looking to get some more. The pack is at a standstill over there at turn 1.5 and turn 2.
Tell they're plotting. Oop, nice hit.
Very, very nice hit. Was that Breezy?
Looks like Breezy, and there goes Cat chasing her out of the pack. No dice. And here comes Pixie hurtling her way through that pack, giving it all she's got. And she is successful.
Wow.
Nice tussle.
Look at you getting some love. 9 points for FOCO on that jam. Jam number 14. 70-42 with 9.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
All right. We have Raspberry Jams up and Emery Bordeaux. Looks like Jams is pushing hard against that wall. Having an equally bad day is Emery in the back of the pack.
Emery's having a hard time with that wall of black in the back of the back.
They're looking solid. I wonder if they found their Zen place.
That's Sabina and Cat Claws and a player to be named later.
And Chi-Chi.
Just like that, Raspberry Jams does get out and free, declared lead gem.
Bana coming with some heat, but rejoining her people at the front of the pack.
Emery clear on the initial and looking to score some points.
And some nice toe work for Raspberry Jams on the inside.
But Abina gave a derby kiss to Emery. And Emery slid about 6 feet from that hit.
Bean is very affectionate that way.
Absolutely.
Some nice work from both walls. Raspberry Jam's getting tucked tight into those pockets. Chicken wing of doom.
That's another 4-wall for FOCO. That's a blocktopus.
I like that one.
Thank you, Rich Mahogany.
And we are calling it. Some nice work from both teams there, holding their jammers.
Absolutely. Boulder County with
Ooh.
7 points on that jam. FOCO picking up 3. Boulder County picking up 4 points on the differential on that, 73-49, with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Soccer Blue wearing the star for Boulder County going up against Popper. 5 seconds was called, and that whole pack started skating backwards all the way to the coffee and campfire and coffee jam line.
And Popper just Godzilling her way through the pack. Close on Popper's heels.
Soccer Blue using those speed skating skills to catch up. Popper ain't gonna have nothing of that and calls it off.
Lovely skim around the outside there, picking up all those points.
Everybody should hydrate.
Lest you dehydrate.
Yes.
There, we've got Sid Vicious on the line for FOCO.
FOCO does pick up 2 points in that last jam. And we're gonna have a timeout. It's an official timeout brought to you by Clarity, because they gotta get it all together and make sure the paperwork is good.
There's some confidence in
It'll be a real fast timeout. Reach for the sky,
Love
down to
everybody's
the ground.
calming rituals when you get a second out on the floor.
Absolutely. We still got 6.5 minutes left to go in this first half. And it looks like Popper's on the way to the Room for Friends penalty box.
We're swapping out Shred Astaire for Soccer Blue on the jam line.
That's who I'd put out there for a power star. Probably the most effective jammer for Boulder so far in this half.
She does have that wrecking ball power.
5 seconds to call on the floor.
And people are on the floor.
Abina hit the ghost blocker.
Ooh. Fleur taking a big tumble on the bottom of the pack there.
A lot of tumbling going on.
Yeah.
That pack's getting spread out. I thought they were going to have to let go, but they built the bridge quick enough.
Yeah, they did. That was some nice recover work.
Good for FOCO.
Here comes the offense doing some nice work.
Soccer Blue does get out, though. And Shred Astaire, that's Popper standing in the box.
And here comes Soccer. Is she going to be able to sneak through while everyone's not paying attention?
Popper clear on the initial, looking to score some points. Meanwhile, Fireball's going to go to the penalty box for a 30-second recess from that awesome defense.
And Soccer called, is it?
That's probably a good thing. Both pivots are sitting in the box right now for both teams. We're going to have a pivotless jam.
Always a barrel of laughs for the jammers.
You know?
But
You ain't got nobody to pass it to now.
Well, they chose this way of life. I don't understand their choices, but I support them.
Sid Vicious donning that star for FOCO. That is Shred Astaire.
Twinkle toes in her way through the pack, and nice big hit by Primeval, knocking Sid out.
Yes, it was.
And Shred is doing
And a
some
recycle and a stay with.
nice cautious move on Shred's.
Sid does get out, though, and grabs lead jammer status. Shred's still working on that wall of blue.
Fighting her way through that line.
That just amoebas through the pack.
Ooh, some lovely work by Sid Vicious. Being joined by their pivot. Shred has got that star. Some great wall work by both teams.
Absolutely. We got a track cut.
And pivots back in the box.
Dang it. I was just going to say, we got all 80 wheels back out on the track, but no, somebody's got to do another penalty.
No block-to-puss here. Sid looking for direction from her bench. Abina coming up behind, and she calls it.
Not before picking up a dozen points, just like the donuts from
Lamar's.
Yes.
But you're still waiting on
No,
the
that
votes
was
for, friends.
16 points on that jam, bringing FOCO's total up to 91 to 49, with 3:49 left to go in the first half. Now, if FOCO can get 3 points, we'll have a
Century mark.
we'll,
Nope,
no,
I can't do math. Why can't either of us do math?
we
Julie?
want 3 points on this jam.
It's a contemplative sport.
Yes. I'm trying to manifest stuff here, you know what I mean?
Gentle hugging time with the opposite team.
That official timeout has expired. We got 5 seconds until we get back to the genuine flat track roller derby action at Besterns 24.
And there goes Billy Idol and Pixie for Boulder. Spilly take, oop, nope, that's Nene.
It's Nene.
It's Nene.
Nene does get out first.
Nice work. Oh, and
Spilly
Spilly's
Idol
hot on
right
her
behind.
heels.
We
Calling
got a
it
jammer
off.
race. Nene's going to go ahead and call it off.
That Boulder cheering section is still giving it their all.
Yes, they are, and loud. Pixie's going to don the star for Boulder County. Going up against MDK.
A strong start by Pixie. And she is lead jammer.
MDK is clear on the initial as well. We got a jammer race back to the back. And that pack is led by Breezy and getting kind of breezy as they go pretty fast.
Looks like
1
for
point to Boulder. Emery Bordeaux. Wearing the star for FOCO going up against.
Raspberry Jams.
Yes.
Looks like they're having a slight conference.
Exchanging pleasantries before the whistle.
Pleasantries. And we've got Abena on the wall there.
That Boulder defense is super stingy at the back of the pack. FOCO trying what they can to just hold Raspberry.
Looks like Chi-Chi's going to the box.
But Raspberry does spin around and get 3.
Nice work by the Boulder wall, keeping Emery back.
Boulder's going to lose a blocker to the penalty box.
And I believe that is Abena, Cat, and Fleur on the Boulder line.
I trust you.
It's not that I'm impartial, they're just the closest neighbors.
It's always good to have good neighbors.
Good neighbors.
We're going to get 3 points for Boulder on that jam, bringing their total up to 53. We're going to get one more jam in the half. It's going to be the last jam of the half once we get it started.
Good, it's
Here
getting
in
chilly.
about 9 seconds.
Time to put on some socks.
Soccer Blue wearing the star for Boulder going up against Popper.
Ooh, some slow strategery there. And Soccer says, no, thank you. I prefer to do it my way.
Popper does pop a lot of people getting through, but does get through and grabs lead jammer status. Period clock ticking down, under 6 seconds left. We got 1:30 on the jam time.
We had a little jammer on jammer violence there, and ooh, a big pile up.
Period clock on 0. We're running on popper time now.
Soccer's got that star off, and looks like they're going to the box.
Those jammer penalties are killer. Boulder County's going to have to work on that at halftime. And come back for the second half and try to clean all that up.
And here comes Popper making another leisurely pass.
Oh my.
Oh my.
If you want to talk about that, you can. That's going to bring that jam to a close.
Yes, that is.
12 points for FOCO on that jam, 103-53. That's going to take us to halftime. I'm Johnny Pepper.
I'm Mortal Wombat.
And we'll be back in about 13 minutes to talk about how many penalties we've had in this game. Wishing you peace, love, and roller derby.